going to be what's important, is that it's going to be harder to save cells that are dying, and you want to save cells when it's early on. And I really think that, and that's the problem with SOD, when a lot of times when people come and show up, there's already a huge amount of cell death. So you have to go and go much earlier and identify pre-symptomatic. And so my point is, it would be easier to identify, for instance, patients that are pre-symptomatic and to be able to treat that. They seem to be able to focus on the medium spiny neurons to be able to target that. There seems to be the technology to decrease and knock down the Huntington toxicity protein. So I think that of all of and then there's a lot more patients than the other diseases. So to me, that's the most promising. I just don't know how good their technology is in knocking down the toxic mutant proteins. And so it'd be better if
it's like a siRNA to an AAV or something. Is that the Okay.
I think that
understood.
I think that the nice thing would be to find a neurodegenerative disease that you can identify pre-symptomatically, that you can deliver something that they're missing, a gene that they're missing that will promote survival in a pre-symptomatic stage. And it will also have to be a disease that is fatal, and therefore worth the risk of putting a patient through these kind of things. And then it has to be a disease that has a really clear outcome. So it's not a disease that where you die, where you do the treatment, now and you have to wait 30 years to figure it out. So I think those would be the requirements for the perfect genetic disease, and you have to have enough patients. So
right.
Good luck.
So if you could find a way to deliver continuously some gene that would slow cell death somehow, that might be preferred over the siRNA of knocking down the toxic metabolite, or no? Is that not?
Yeah, I think that would be preferred, but I think it's really hard to find something that will deliver something that's maintains survival. That's what's nice about spinal muscular atrophy.
Was there a specific target for Huntington's that stands out, Doctor?
I only reviewed one set of papers when I was giving a talk, and it seemed pretty good. I think I would be biased just by what's published and what's the one paper. I don't think I have enough information to be able to talk about it really intelligently.
Okay. So we're in the last few minutes, Doctor. We got through most of them. Anything come to mind for pain, for neuropathic pain, in terms of gene therapy that caught your eye?
Yeah, so they're doing that, and I think that that's a really bad idea.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I think that pain is really subjective, and there's really no objective outcome. And even if there is an objective outcome, I still think that the outcome is determined by the affective state of the patient, so their emotions. And I think that when you experience pain for so long, how you see the outcome is very much colored by that.
Right.
So,
right.
I think that a lot of patients could say, I got this $1 million treatment. Oh my God, I'm better. And then yeah, they are better. But I think that after a couple of months, it goes back to normal. And so when do you report? At what point do you report the outcome? I think that that's really problematic.
Yep. No, point taken. Point taken, Doctor. Just the last few minutes. A couple of open-ended questions for you. I mean, are there any platforms, technologies, companies, that kind of thing that stands out to you that's most exciting for any CNS that could be applied to any CNS indication? And secondly, are there any specific targets or